I'm going to walk you through how the AE Optimizer works. And here you'll see several profiles. As an agency, you'll have 10, 25, or however many profiles you want. As an individual business, you can add an extra profile for an additional $97 if you like. If not, you'll only see either no profiles when you first get started, and then you click here to create your business profile, or you'll only see your business profile. To create a profile, you can put your URL in here, and then once it scans your website, it'll populate all your information. And then what you'll want to do is review it before moving forward. I'll show you how to make changes once you do. Or you can click here to upload a business profile template, which is an XLSX file, and it'll have your services, your business license, etc. If you're in the legal field, if you're a lawyer or a law firm, someone handling a bunch of attorneys, you can add all of the lawyers, all their bar numbers, all the practice areas, all their specialties, etc. here. So you'll download this XLSX file, and then you'll come back and you'll upload it into the system. That's the most detailed way of doing it. Otherwise, you scan the website, it'll come up with all the information. You click Create Visibility Profile, and it'll put it all together. Now I'll show you a profile I have set up. Now this is where you will go in to make edits or additions to your profile. So I'll show you that first. This is where you can add additional services, additional cities, address, and then if you want to add additional schema, such as more services, more locations, you just put the information in and add it. If you want to add your own set of FAQs, for example, you can download a template. All it is question in one field, answer in the other. And then you upload it here, or you can do one by one individually and then just add. Same with help articles. You can download the template, fill out the XLSX file, and then upload it here. Q&As, testimonials, or say you add a new team member, you needed a manager all this time and now you have one, or you have a new attorney, or you have a new expert you've added. You add the information here, and then you click Save and save the profile. Once your profile has been generated, you're going to want to crawl and audit your site anyways. And then you can download the entire package that needs to be uploaded to the root directory of your website. Now, some platforms are hosting client websites, and you don't have the ability to add files to the root directory of your website. So what we do is we add those files to the website that we publish to in order to create an AI crawlable website on GitHub. This is where our site is located, and that's where the code is. So when you publish to GitHub, you can also take those site files and put them in your repo, and I will walk you through that when you get there, or I'll help you do it. So I'm the support here at AE Optimizer, and I'm more than happy to help. Now, the per page code is where the Speakable schema is added. It's not to your main website, so you'll want to crawl your entire website by pushing this button here, and then all of your pages will populate in this area here. And you can click on one at a time. You can download the entire group of pages so you have it all in one zip file, and then you go page by page, copy and paste that schema, not just the Speakable, but all of the schema for that page, into the header section of your website. And I will walk you through it. I will do it for you if you need it. What Speakable is Speakable schema is added to every page of your website so that AI voice systems such as Siri or Alexa, people have it in their watch, they have it in their eyeglasses these days. I mean, and they just ask AI for this or that. And when you are included, you're the only one that's included. And what I mean by that is they can't say, well, I have X, Y, and Z, take your choice, whether it's Alexa or Siri. It doesn't give you multiple answers when you speak. It gives you one answer. And that's the advantage of adding voice to your schema documents. And it's called Speakable. And when we generate FAQs or help articles in services in all of the schema documents that we generate here, the Speakable schema is automatically included in all of the pages that are generated. Now, when we generate FAQs, you can do it for free, or you can use Perplexity and include your API key. Now, I've already recorded a video on how to go to Perplexity and get your API key. It costs $10, but could last you 6 months. It all depends on your usage. And it also depends on which Perplexity level you use. There's Sonar, which is lightweight, it's fast, it's the quickest, it uses less credits. And even the most expensive doesn't just eat up a bunch of credits. I mean, it takes you a while to get through your first $10. So this is how we save you from putting that additional cost into the cost of the software. But you can generate just a few FAQs and try the different levels and see which one you like the best, or use one most of the time, but then when you really want to dig deep, you could go into Sonar Reasoning, Reasoning Pro, or Deep Research. That's all up to you. So whatever you select here and save, that's the Perplexity that's going to generate these FAQs. When you research FAQs, it's going to take from the services list that you provided. You can always add more services in your profile, or you can list whatever topics you want to list and just dig deeper into any topic. You add the plus button, that adds it to the queue, and then generate. And it will generate FAQs for whatever term you like. If you don't yet have a Perplexity API, then you can go ahead and you can still research FAQs based on your services that are already included in your profile, or additional services or topics that you want to add here. The unanswered question, you can do the same. You can add specific services or topics that you want to search for, but this does use a Perplexity API. And the reason is it goes into the Google console and searches based on your services or based on anything you specify here. It goes behind the scenes and searches for unanswered questions that have not yet been answered. And the advantage is you'll get that spot once Google crawls and discovers your information. If that spot is not taken, if it's an unanswered question, it's now being answered through you, through the citable content that you create through the AE Optimizer software. The help articles works the same way. It uses Speakable Schema. You can click here to use Perplexity or unclick it just to generate help articles. Without any of these checked, it will create articles based on your services or based on additional services that you type in here or topics. Now, the advantage of these additional ways of formatting articles is these are great for LLM pickup. AI systems love these types of articles. Your services will be generated with Speakable Schema so they can be picked up by all the AI systems, Google AI overviews, and answer engines. If you want to search for additional testimonials across the web, it will find testimonials from everywhere that will be included in your AI crawlable website. It also creates Schema Web Pages that are for AIs. So each of these web pages will be included when you create an AI crawlable website. What the HTML site pages are is, say you have 150 FAQs. What do you do with them besides put them on the AI crawlable website for AI to discover? You can also put them on your web page by going into your downloads. You can download by category, and you can download your FAQs into one zip file, and then you can come back into the site pages and you upload the zip file here. You put in your website URL and it will match the brand of your website, the colors that are predominantly on your website. You want to place a title. The meta description will be at the top of the page. It'll give you an HTML file for your website. It instantly creates this page with your expandable FAQs to where you click on and it expands and it opens up the answer. You can search for source-backed research based on your services or anything you want to add here. But the reason for this is LLMs love to add citations when they're answering questions that have source-backed research or statistics and data points. This is all about creating citable content. Now, when you search for what people are asking, it goes into places like People Also Ask and Reddit and Quora and Avo. If you don't add anything here, it'll go based on your services, what people are asking about family law, about child custody, or about rebuilding your house, or how to plan a custom home, or ADUs, or redesigning your bathrooms for seniors. Keyword expansion is a really interesting tool because you can choose from, if you just want it on your website or if you want it for PPC, if you want informational, just to bring in people to your website or transactional. The untapped keyword finder searches for exact keywords for Google pages that have 10 or less competitors. That'll get you to page 1 on Google. Competitive gaps searches for high intent questions about your services where your competitors are weak. So it gives you an advantage over your competitors. Missed opportunities is an analysis, and it will help you find additional opportunities to capitalize on. Under the Authority Suite, there are 15 AI-powered tools to build your authority that build trust signals for AI and expand on your visibility, such as topic expansion, your AI visibility score analysis, your industry knowledge files. All these are important because they help you build on your authority. Once you're done generating the content, you'll want to go to publishing. I've already published this, so it is live, but I've generated additional schema files. So I'm going to go ahead and publish again to GitHub, and I will pause this recording until it's done. Now it's finished publishing, so I'm just going to click, I'm going to wait a few minutes, but then once you give it at least a few minutes so that it can be completely done, you click this link on live. This is the repo where all your code is stored, and this is the link to the AI Crawlable website, and there it is. And it shows how many FAQs, Q&As, services, web pages, etc., and the total schemas. And scroll down, and that's only 49. The FAQs are voluminous. Let me just show you. Let me move my screen a little bit. We're here, and these are all the FAQs that were published. So the answer engines, Google AI overviews, and AI search systems can pick these up. Questions people ask is another one that's important, because these are what people are actually asking online today, and they were picked up from Quora and Reddit and Avo and all these different question answer platforms. So that's what an AI crawlable website looks like. It's human readable. It doesn't have all the images to make it look pretty. It's comprised of schema files. All of this points to your website as the source of truth. So let me show you one more thing that's important. This is the AE Optimizer website and the AI data file attached to it. Now, as you can see, it has all of the files that were created and generated by the AE Optimizer. And the list goes on and on and on. Let me show you by moving my screen. We're at the top of the screen, and it goes all the way down. Let me move it again. Show you what's at the very bottom. Now, all of these files are generated from your information and from all the information that's generated by the software. Just by having a mirror of your website on GitHub Pages, let me explain how GitHub lends its trust and credibility, or how you can borrow it by doing this. Search engines and AI systems, they already trust GitHub. So when GitHub houses your information and points to your website as the source of truth, it extends that credibility, and AI systems and search engines look at you as a trusted source. So all your information is deemed trustworthy, and you borrow that credibility by mirroring your website on these highly trusted platforms. It extends to your credibility. I don't know how else to say it. But if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out to support at aeoptimizer.com. Thank you so much.